You come to school to learn, where there's lots of things to see and do. So make the most of it. The power is inside of you.
Ready, focus, attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain.
Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. The lesson is starting up. Your eyes and ears are focused in. When someone starts to talk, show your respect by listening. Focus, attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful.
Yeah, yeah.
Be skillful.
Yeah, yeah.
Be a learner.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I decided to start our lesson a little different today and start with music so we could just get going. So today is our third lesson for second steps. Can you believe it? Already 3 videos. Well, my friends, last time we were together, we talked about how listening and focusing our attention help us become a better learner. And during the song, I was pointing a little. These are our skills for learning: focusing attention, listening, being assertive, and ignoring distractions using self-talk. All right. So our Be a Learner song helps us remember those very important rules that help us remember how to show respect so everyone can learn. All right. So my friends, I hope that you have been showing respect and listening with attention. All right. So, my friends, I think we're going to jump into our story. So, sometimes we get a little distracted, right? Do you know what a distraction is? So, a distraction is when something or maybe somebody takes away your attention from the most important thing that you are supposed to be listening and looking at. So sometimes we get distracted by noises, by people. When we're at home, maybe you're trying to do your work and you get distracted by the TV. You hear something playing, like music, and you go look, oh, what's on TV? Or maybe your dog's barking outside and you can't focus. We get distracted with things like that when we're trying to work, especially now that we're at home doing our schoolwork, right? I know it can be hard, but don't worry, because these skills are going to help you get better at being able to ignore distractions. All right, my friends. So, we're going to learn how to use self-talk. And self-talk helps us ignore distractions so we could focus and stay on task. So, we're going to get into our story about Tiana. Take a look at Tiana. She doesn't look too impressed. Look at that face. Look at her hand. She has it right there, like she's like, oh, thinking. And we can also look at everything and everyone around her. If we really look at this photo, you can see and notice what is distracting Tiana. Can you think about what is distracting Tiana? Remember what it means to distract. When somebody takes away your attention from the most important thing, that's a distraction. So I see many distractions in this photo. There's a whole ton. Can you just see one? Can you focus on one distraction in the photo? Can you point? Yes, look at that girl in the back. She's like singing and dancing. Oh, him. Him too. You probably meant him, right? He's talking right to Tiana, looking at her. She's trying to work, but he's talking to her. Also in the back, we see more students. It looks like a busy classroom, right? And in the very back, that gal. Oh, and there's something else that I bet you may not have noticed. Look at this hand, tapping Tiana on the shoulder. So, oh my goodness, poor Tiana. She really loves science, and that's the project she's working on. But today she's having a really hard time finishing this project. And it's because there's so many distractions around her, and it's really hard for her to stay focused. So, focus your attention on the picture. Look at all the distractions around her. Okay, now, we've seen all the distractions. We talked about them. How about if you were Tiana? How do you think you would feel right now? Do you think she feels very happy? No, she's not very happy. She's actually very frustrated. Frustrated is the feeling when we try our best to do something and we still can't get it. That's what Tiana's feeling. Frustration. Frustrated. Can you say that? Frustrated. Good job. So Tiana is frustrated by all the distractions. And she needs to use self-talk because that will help her concentrate and focus her attention. So, my friends, this is what self-talk is, and I use it all the time. I love self-talk, and I use a lot of positive self-talk, and we'll talk more about that later. So, when you talk to yourself in a quiet voice, just like this, or in your head, when you say something to yourself up here, thinking it, you're using self-talk. Self-talk. Skills for learning. Ignore distractions. Use self-talk. So, there's some things that Tiana could say to herself to stay focused and on task to finish her science project. Some things that she could say are these examples. She could say, stay focused. She could say, keep working. She could say, ignore him. Ignore her. Put my head down, keep working on my project. She could use simple words like that, or simple self-talk phrases like, I can do this, I'm almost done, to motivate herself to continue focusing on her project so she could get it done. So, can you think of a good example for self-talk that you would use? Let's pretend that you're working on some spelling and you're getting really distracted at home because there's a lot going on. What are you going to tell yourself to stay focused and on task? What would you say? Did you think about some things? I'll give you some more ideas. If you're working on spelling, you could say, all right, ignore distractions. Keep spelling. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with my spelling. Keep working. Stay focused. Don't look over there. Don't talk to anybody right now. Keep working on my work. Those are some things you could say to use self-talk, or whatever works for you. Maybe you can ask a family or friend, whoever's at home with you, what kind of self-talk you think or they think would be best. All right? So that is how we use self-talk. And when we use self-talk, we only want to say good and positive things to ourselves to motivate us and to keep us going, to stay focused and on task. And that's exactly what Tiana does. She says, ignore him, stay focused. And soon enough, she gets her science project done. All by using the self-talk skill for learning and ignoring those distractions. All right. So, what are you going to do when you go back to school and your neighbor is making airplane noises? What could you say for self-talk up here? Ignore them. Ignore her. Stay focused and on task. What if the teacher's talking? And you have to listen to the teacher, right? Not your friend making those airplane noises, right? How about if your friend is whispering to you while the teacher is talking? What could you use for self-talk up here or in a quiet voice? You could say, ignore it, concentrate, listen to the teacher, okay? Try to use self-talk today if you can, and let me know if it works for you, all right? Well, my friends, you learned how to use self-talk and how it can help you stay focused and on task. So, try to learn that skill if you can this week. I know you can do it. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.